All right, what's good? It's your boy Big Rich. Last day of October 31st, Halloween. All the ghouls and goblins is out in the streets. The kids are all dressed up. I'll just never get these adults. I don't know why these adults get dressed up. Grown men walking around looking like the Mario Brothers and shit. You're losing. It's for the kids. Get a grip on yourself. I see some grown man dressed as the It Clown and couldn't even get red balloons. He had orange balloons. Put all that effort into making a costume, and he can't even get the come on, get it right. All right, anyway, let's get into some business. We didn't do no business last night, but before we do, you know how we get down. Bless the atmosphere with some smoke. Let me know what you're smoking tonight. I'm still smoking on the same shit. Ice cream sundae mixed with some cactus flower resin. Delicious. I just put in my order for some more resin. Wink, wink. You know how we do. But you got to keep the supply, nice and full. And winter's coming, right? All right, so let's get into business. You already know the team. You already seen the banner. The day the screws really screwed up. The most important development in the trial of the four Lucchese gangsters whose murder trial for the November 15th, 2013 gangland-style slaying of former Purple Gang leader Michael Meldish is nearing an end and may have been the monumental screw-up by the personnel at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on May 12, 2017. On that day, MCC officials mistakenly released David Evangelista Disgracia, a serial bank robber from Sheepshead Bay section of Brooklyn stand up, from the downtown Manhattan federal lockup. That mistake set in motion a series of events that likely convinced the feds to move the case to trial rather than try to work out guilty pleas with the four defendants. Prior to that, the government was at a loss. Its original key witness in the case, Frank Pasquale III, was another disgracia that ratted on his own father. Had been exposed not only as a drug using wife beater with a lot of other baggage, including 2 arrests for selling and possession of drugs and weapons after he cooperated, but he had given an erroneous account of the killing. Remarkably, he initially had identified his own man, a Lucchese mobster, as the gunman who had killed Meldish. And then Evangelista appeared on the scene, a different disgracia of a rat. MCC officials won't talk about it, but based on court records and testimony of Evangelista, here's how his few hours of freedom that day led him to become the only government witness to point a finger at the defendants based on alleged discussions he had with wise guy Christopher Landano. You know all this. Despite telling his case manager and other MCC officials not to, they released him on his mother's birthday. But after going home to wish her a happy birthday, she told me the deputies had called that they made a mistake and they weren't supposed to release me. With help from his brother, I self-surrendered to the marshal. As they were taking him back to the MCC, Evangelista, who had many dealings with correction officers, suspected he was going to have some trouble for being released by mistake. I asked the marshals if they can get me moved. The marshals made a phone call. They said, just give us a little time. Sure enough, when he got back to the MCC, he got a lot of blowback from correction officers for letting them release him by mistake, even though he had told them not to, he testified. Fellow inmates were making fun of him. He got released. Why would you turn yourself back in? This is a great question, right? Why would you turn yourself back in? It took 10 days, according to the Bureau of Prisons website, but on May 22, 2017, Evangelista was transferred to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where Landano had been housed since February of 2017, when he was indicted on federal murder charges in the Meldish killing. The next morning, after he was introduced to Landano by an inmate he knew from the MCC, the Evangelista confirmed that he had been wrongly released earlier that month, Landano said. I wish that happened to me. I wish they made that mistake with me, that he once was mistakenly placed in private facility where cooperating witnesses are housed. He said when he was leaving, Evangelista testified it was only an old man at the front desk and it was only one gate. it would have been easy to escape from there. That, like whether Londoño actually plotted to escape or if the escape crime was created by the government, as his lawyer claims, is open to debate. What isn't debatable is that Evangelista is a big winner in the Michael Meldish murder case. A fucking rat, snitch, big winner. Fuck out of here. All right? Like, comment, share, but especially like the videos. You know the team, you know who brings it to you. Everybody have a good Halloween. Salute.